The Hallmark Channel. I'm sorry, but the whole concept of this network just makes me laugh. Think about it. A company that's known for freaking greeting cards also likes to dabble in safe, middle-of-the-road rom-coms that are so predictable that anyone could write them. But Guidance Guy, you may be saying, isn't that a little judgmental and right after your Teen Titans Go video too? Well, first off, thanks for watching that video, by the way. But I have happened to watch a few of these flicks to understand them, and wow, no, I just can't. They're all the same. Work-minded man or woman goes back to their Midwestern home where it's always Christmas for some reason and have romantic hijinks with either an old flame from high school with a complicated past or someone who's the total opposite of them and they hate each other from the start. They either have a precocious kid who instantly loves the lead, or in some cases the main character has to take care of the child/children. All Hallmark movies are essentially a variant of these three movies played out dozens of times a year. But why do I bring up the Hallmark Channel? Because there's an anime that is truly everything that every Hallmark movie wants to be, but actually pulls it off. What can Tonikawa show us in 12 episodes that the Hallmark Channel has been trying to do for 20 years? I'm the Guidance Guy, and the answer might surprise you. Tonikawa is a relatively new entry to the Crunchyroll stable, coming out in October of 2020, and it follows the story of Nasa and Tsukasa. Nasa, who's literally named after the NASA, is a child genius who, instead of doing what every other child with a socially problematic first name would do, bro, just use your middle name. He proclaims NASA to be his arch rival and vows to surpass the National Aeronautics and Space Administration in every way. I mean, that could be a whole video by itself in terms of overcoming the negativity that people give you, but that's not why we're here. And also, if you'd like to help me overcome the perils of the YouTube algorithm, do the YouTube thing and give this video a like and a subscribe. But back on topic. One night, Nasa meets the mysterious Tsukasa and attempts to chat her up, not realizing that he's walking into the street and gets hit by a truck. But thankfully, instead of dying, Tsukasa is able to help him and maintain consciousness. It's at this point Nasa, with all the bravery of someone who just cheated death, asks the mystery girl out on a date. Her response? Only if he marries her, which he emphatically agrees to before he collapses to the ground. Fast forward 2 years and Tsukasa actually tracks our boy down and essentially says, hey, so remember that time when you almost died and you said you'd marry me? Well, time to tie the knot, son! And Nasa, being a man of his word, commits and marries a girl that he's known for no more than half an hour. Why do I get the feeling that Kristoff wouldn't be very happy with the situation?
You mean to tell me you got engaged to someone you just met that day?
And the anime then follows the newlyweds as they not only learn how to live as a married couple, but as they get to know each other as people, since they're pretty much perfect strangers. And this story goes on to show us something that we rarely see in media outside of the copy and paste factory that is the Hallmark Channel. The natural progression of a relationship. Our media landscape tends to portray a version of love and relationships that, on one hand, we all know isn't fully accurate, but on the other hand, we all still secretly want. And there are so many flavors to choose from. The love that defies family/societal expectations. The love that rewards loyalty and being there for the other person while their beloved takes their time to discover that true love was right in front of me all along. The love that you gotta fight for, and the list goes on and on. But in the entertainment industry's desire to portray the many faces and versions of love, some aspects either get minimalized or ignored altogether. And sadly, those omitted parts are actually the most important aspects of a relationship. Yes, when you get the feels for someone, you better like what you see. But do you actually connect with that person beyond a superficial level? Do they share your values? Does their ambition in life match your own? Those factors tend to make or break relationships in real life more than any contrived second act misunderstanding. And as Tonikawa goes on, Nasa and Tsukasa have to figure all that out while living with each other as husband and wife. And as a result, we see our couple become friends while also being married. They don't have the problem of those pesky emotions getting in the way and messing with their perspective, or have that blind eye that love sometimes gives us that allows us to ignore the little red flags that we really shouldn't. They can be objective about their significant other because they've already reached the end game of romantic relationships, so there's nothing to hide or habits to pretend you don't see. And that's the strongest strength of this anime. It reminds us that friendship comes before love. Sure, Nasa was head over heels when he first saw Tsukasa, but he couldn't begin to love her until he began to know her. And it works with us as well. Can we truly say we love someone we barely know? We may love the idea of them, or our own idealized version of that person, but that's not a substitute for actually knowing who they are. Yeah, I'm sure apps like Tinder and the like would disagree with me, but all you have to do is take a look at the divorce rate to see where I'm coming from. In the same way that an oak tree doesn't just become a tree, but it has to grow from a tiny seed and go through all the phases, love is the same way. For love that truly lasts and can survive adversity, it needs to have been cultivated through time, friendship, and care. And only after all that's been done is when you have a relationship worth going over the moon for. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what other characters and franchises you'd like me to discuss next. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video is ready. Until next time.